They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taking My Power Back podcast with Charvonrenee. I am Charvonrenee and I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in to episode 6. You guys, we are 6 episodes into the podcast, and I just want to first thank you guys for the great support that you guys have been giving me. And I've been reading your inboxes, I've been responding to you guys, and I'm very excited to know that I'm helping people. Like, I knew I was gonna be helping people, but to actually get like feedback and to get messages and things like that, like, I really appreciate it. Just one thing, just you guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, and let's get into the podcast. So as you guys know, I'm gonna do my little disclaimer. I have been dealing with trauma for the past decade, that has mentally and physically paralyzed me, and I have now taken the steps back and taking my power back by doing self-care, a ton of therapy. Baby, I got 2 therapists, okay, and they be getting me together, okay, by giving myself grace and giving grace to others. And this podcast is not to bash anyone. It is me telling my story and what happened to me, and hopes to helping you guys take your power back, or at least start having these tough conversations with yourself or with others. So with further ado, today's podcast, or today's episode, we are going to be talking about my daddy issues, girl. Y'all, I'm telling y'all all my business, okay? And I wrote down all the episodes and things that I wanted to like talk about or whatever, and each episode, like, I wrote down in certain like order, but how I've been doing episodes, I have not been going in order. I've just been going off of how I'm feeling like that week, or if like I pray and I ask God to lead me and it just starts to happen or whatever. So we're about to talk about my fathers and my father figures. So those who you guys don't know, I am a preacher's daughter. And to be honest, okay, I'm gonna give him his credit. Because he did have a church when we were younger, okay? My biological father lives in Georgia. He has, from what we know of, 3 kids. My sister on his side, that's a whole nother episode on its own. In total, I have 5 sisters. So yeah. Little side note to people, like, I understand, you know, life happens, and, you know, people, you know, break up with their significant others, or just, you know, have a little boo thing, and they end up getting pregnant by multiple people. I mean, I understand, you know, with my mom or whatever, like, I'm gonna explain to everything, but I know it's hard, right? I know it's hard, but y'all don't understand how that affects the kid, you know what I mean? Like, and I know a lot of parents, like, they try really hard to make it as smooth as possible, because you think you with somebody, you think you know this person, or you think this person is going to be like good for you, right? And shit happens, and you end up, you know, not being with that person, you start another family. But that in itself caused a lot of trauma, that in its own, because it's like you're trying to spend time with this side of the family, you're trying to spend time with that side of the family, or vice versa, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like, I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna get into it of why I say that or whatever. So my father lives in Georgia, and my mom was actually married to him. Now, I never remember living with him, because we ended up moving up to Detroit when I was 2. My mom was married to my dad, and we ended up moving up here when I was 2. From the stories that my mom has told me and what my grandma and everybody has told me is that my mom was married to my dad, and she moved up here because to get away from him. He was very abusive. And like my mom, she didn't tell us all of these things. Like she used to always like say positive things about him. Like when we were younger, she didn't like bash him or whatever. She kind of, the way she went about us with our relationship with him is talk good about him or whatever, and let us see how he is on its own, and not like bash him or whatever. Because I didn't find out all of these things about him until I was 16. And I'll get into it, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, we moved up here. My dad was very abusive to my mom. He almost killed her. And we moved up here to Detroit. And my dad, like, I used to idolize him. And I was just telling one of my sisters this the other day. I used to idolize this man. Like, I used to just like cherish the ground that he walked on, even though he was never came up here or whatever. But we used to talk to him on the phone. He used to send us pictures and stuff like that. It was never consistent as it should have been. But so he was a pastor, right? And he was a whole bunch of stuff. He was a pastor, he was a car salesman, he was a con artist. Okay, Siobhan, that's being me. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, he played people out their money. So a spade is a spade, right? Like, no shade, but that's just who he was. That's just who he was. You know what I mean? And I used to idolize this man. Like, it was to the point where my mom had bought me a karaoke machine when I was younger, okay? And I used to get on my 2 older sisters' nerves, okay? I used to have my karaoke machine, and I used to have my Bible, and I used to walk up and down the hallway and be like, and Genesis, and this is like doing the whole thing, right? And I kind of like, me and my therapist have like started getting into like me and my religion or whatever, and I guess like I always knew God, right? But now I have this different relationship with God, and a lot of it stemmed from me like not understanding. Like, I understood the Bible, whatever, but it kind of how can I say this? Okay, so because how my father was, right, and he was a pastor or whatever, but I'm like, how you a pastor and you don't take care of kids? How you a pastor and you don't pay your child support, you don't come to your kids, you don't talk to your kids, you constantly lie and say that, oh, you came up here and you didn't. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dang. So with that being said, like, me, I'm just finding my relationship with God or whatever, but I was so angry with my dad and so angry with God. I was just like, well, this is not, God is not, I'm not saying God is not real, but God wouldn't allow these things to happen, that my dad wouldn't do what he's supposed to do as a father. And every girl wants to be a daddy's little girl. You know what I'm saying? That is just what it is. You know what I mean? And in my previous episode, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I was talking about, you know, my dad, and giving a little bit of an insight on my dad or whatever in that episode. And I was telling my grandma, like, or I was just saying, like, I don't want a relationship with him, you know what I mean, now, because it's like, I've done therapy, I've tried to, you know, invite him to therapy, I've tried to like forgive him or whatever, but it's just like every time I forgave him, right, every time I gave him that chance, he would mess it up in some type of way. You know what I mean? Like, prime example, when my dad has a brother, and this uncle, like, he was a father figure for me. You know what I mean? Up until recently, like, we don't talk, and I'll talk about that as well. But he would do everything. As far, not like like everything I needed emotionally, my uncle was there for me, right? I would go spend time with him for the summers. I would go, like, if he needed anything, I would be up and running, and he just like took me in up under his wing and like gave me everything I needed as a father figure, right? And it was just like, dang, like, you're my dad and you're not even doing these things, right? And so I remember when on my 16th birthday, my mom was like, okay, you can go to Georgia, you can go spend the summer with your dad, and that's just gonna be it, you know what I'm saying? And then like the day I was supposed to go, because my grandma was gonna take me or whatever, and my mom was like, I don't want you to go. You're not gonna go. I changed my mind. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna go. And I'm like, no, you said I can go. And like, I used to write in my journal like, my daddy loves me and my mom hates my dad, and it's because of my mom that my dad is not with us, you know, because my mom didn't tell us anything. So it was just like, I had a lot of anger towards my mom. Like, we had already had like a unstable relationship, just because me and like my sisters and I didn't feel like I had the support and love that I needed, you know what I mean? And so I was already having these feelings towards her, and I used to like write all these bad things about her in my journal, right? To where when my grandma was coming to get me and my mom was like, no, you're not going, I don't want to go. Like, me and my mom, I'm 16 now. I'm not gonna say like what I did was right, but me and her was like, we were arguing like so bad, and I was yelling at her and I was crying, and like we got into like an altercation, you know what I mean? Now I'm ass beat, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, you know, I was just so passionate. I was like, you don't want me to be with my dad. You just hate my dad, and my dad loves me, and this and this and that. And she was like, well, you go ahead and you go. And you're going to see everything that you think in your mind of what your dad is. You're going to go there and you're going to see that it's nothing like you think in your mind. I'm trying to prevent you from a heartbreak. I'm trying to prevent you from this. But if you want your heart breaking, you want to go, you're doing all this extra stuff, then you go. You can go with him and you don't even have to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I knew she didn't mean it, but in the process of the argument or whatever, it was like bad. So the day I get there to Georgia, and I'm calling him like, hey, I'm here. You know, I told you I was coming. Remember you said I can come for the summer. My mom said I can come for the summer. I'm here. When are you going to come get me? He was like, okay, I'm going to come pick you up. Now, he comes and he picks me up, okay? During the school year, I had did like community service things, and for payment they couldn't give us like money, but they gave us was stipends. They gave us like gift cards like CVS and like Victoria's Secrets and Hollister, like all different kind of y'all remember Hollister, girl? If you remember, I don't even know if they're still around because I don't go to that mall no more, but like they just gave us different gift cards for things, right? So I had like $250 worth of gift cards in all type of stores, you know. And so when I took all my gift cards from me this summer, so that way I can be able to get things I needed, and I didn't know what gift cards, what stores they had in Georgia. I just knew I wasn't leaving my gift cards here because my sister wasn't going to spend them. They wasn't going to spend my little money. I don't know if it was in my room or not. So I get there, my dad picks me up. He takes me to, we driving, and I said, hey, I need to go to CVS so I can get my deodorant and my pads and things. You know, I'm a lady. I don't know if you got the stuff at your house. And he was like, and I said, I have gift cards, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to pay it for myself. You know, I'm trying to be like a big girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I don't need your money. I got my own money, right? Girl, wrong. We get to the store. And mind you, I had like I think I had like $20 or $25 worth of gift cards. Each gift card, I think I had like $10 or $15 in it or whatever. But I think I had like at least like 30 or something $30 something in CVS gift cards. And we were in the store, and I'm in the aisle, you know, getting my things. And he was like, give me one of your gift cards. Let's go make sure, I'm going to go make sure that they're active, and I'm going to come right back. I said, okay. So I'm getting my things in my basket or whatever. And we go, he come back, and we go get ready to head to the counter. And I said, okay, give me my gift card so I can, I said, I need my gift card. He was like, oh, I spent it. I said, what do you mean you spent it? Yeah, I used it to make sure it worked. I used it and I spent it to get my pictures developed. Sir, what do you mean you spent my money? Okay, so give you my money that you spent it. Well, I don't got no money. I was so pissed off, y'all. And I'm just looking at this man like, not you just stole from me, and I worked hard for my little stipends. You know what I mean? I was just so pissed off. He was like, don't worry, I get money tomorrow. I'll give you back your money, this and this and that. I said, well, I need to get my stuff. I don't know how much my stuff's going to be. And I'm like freaking out because I don't know. But then like, you know money, but you don't know like money. Like I'm freaking out. You know what I mean? Because my mom usually buys my pads. She used to buy all these things. And I wasn't even looking at the prices. I was just putting the stuff in there that I know I needed. You know what I mean? So thank God I got to the register and I had enough gift cards left to pay for my things. But I was mad about my little $10, right? So my stepmom, they live in a nice like gated community or whatever in Georgia. And so he picked me up. Now he picked me up in like in a Benz. Like she had this nice Benz, and I knew it was her stuff because he ain't cut like that. Like I'm not gonna be shady. I'm just saying the facts, right? I knew this was her stuff. You know what I mean? And so I'm just sitting in the car like, now I'm mad because I'm just like, bruh. So then we go, before we get to the house, before we get to their house, we go and pick like up like some what do you call it? Like this hay or whatever, and put the hay in the car. And I'm looking at him like, you can't put this stuff on her leather seats. It's gonna scratch it up. No, we're gonna put it in here, and then we're gonna go deliver it. Somebody's gonna give me some money, and that way I can give your money back. Are you about to give my money back right now? Yeah. We gotta give your money back. He get this pie and straw, whatever. Then we go to the car wash right after. He like, okay, come on, I gotta vacuum the car out, but don't tell her that I put the stuff in her car. Oh, baby, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell on you. So just I didn't say that. I just said, oh, okay. I'm holding my back pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because in cancers, we hold on to stuff and we're going to use it when we need it, right? Girl, he get this money. You think he get the money? No. Oh, I got to put this in the gas tank. I'm going to give you your money tomorrow. Whatever. Okay? That was strike one. You stole from me. So then we get to the house or whatever. And then, you know, I meet my stepmom for the first time. I always talk to her on the phone or whatever. But I meet her for the first time. Now, at this time, when I first got to Georgia, they were not married. They were just, you know, dating or whatever. I didn't know they were engaged. I know nothing, okay? Hold on to that because that is very important. So I get there. I'm, you know, talking to her. So excited to meet her because we talk all the time on the phone. I talk to her more than I ever talked to my dad in my whole entire life. Like, once he started meeting this lady, like, she is such... Oh, my God, I love this lady so much. Like... Y'all, I just love her so freaking much. And it like breaks my heart that I can't talk to her. I can't talk to her as much anymore. Because certain situations that I'm not going to disclose. But it just breaks my heart because I really love her so much. And she is just so special. Like she is just so special that at times I'll just be like, how did you end up with him? You know what I mean? Like, he conned you so, like, he had to, because like she's just like, oh my God, y'all, this lady is just such a beautiful person. But anyways, so we have dinner. I'm there for a couple of days, or no, I'm there for maybe like a day. Then the next day, yeah, because I came, we went, I stayed the night, and then she went to work and we went to go around and see family. Okay, when we went to see family this time, we go to my aunt's house that I don't know her, you know, I don't know this side of the family. Like, I knew my cousin, like my cousins that I grew up with, or not grew up with, but like every time we went to Georgia, we always seen them. I knew a few of my cousins, but that was it. This side of the people I didn't know. He drops me off to my aunt's house And now, mind you, she said she knows me, but I don't remember them, right? He drops me off and he leaves me there. He told me he was going to the store. Y'all, he left me there. He left me there for 2 days. Was it 2 days or a day? I can't remember if it was 2 days or a day, but he left me there. I didn't have no cell phone at this time. I didn't have no, and he never kept a phone on. Like, the phone, like, if anybody knows my dad, they know he never had the same number. He can have a number today and go and get a new phone the next day. Like, he never had the same number. It is very strange if he ever had a number that was the same. He left me there. When he picked me up, I was so pissed off. I was just like so furious. I was so upset. And we went back to their house. Now, at this point, I'm mad. And at this point, I'm disrespectful. Okay? And I'm saying anything out the book. Not cussing at him, but just like telling him the truth. Because I'm at the age now where you don't gotta lie to me. You don't gotta lie to click it. You can just tell me what it is. And just tell me who you are. Like, I'm thinking, you know, and then I'm in the back of my mind, I am so upset with myself because I literally just fought my mom to come get to you, and you doing everything that she said you was gonna do. And I'm just like so upset with myself because I had so like high expectations. So when we got to the house, I'm like, you need to take me to my aunt's house. I'm ready to go now. And he's like, well, I'm not taking you to your aunt's house right now because it's too dark and it's a 45 or hour minute drive. A 45 or hour. The thing about Georgia is I can't move there because everything is so super far. So he was like, I'm not taking you back to your aunt's house right now. You're going to stay here. And I said, why did I stay here for when you left? You just left me. You didn't even care. You just left me. You didn't even think. Well, I figured you want to hang out with your cousins. I'm not here for them, sir. Yes, it's nice to get to know them or whatever, but I'm not here for them. You left me at somebody's house that I don't know. Okay? So now I'm disrespectful. Girl, I done told my stepmom, I said, and why he over here leaving me places? She was like, he told me you wanted to be there. I said, no. And while he over here leaving me places, he put pine straw in your car and made me and say not to tell you, but we want to go to the car wash. Girl, I was telling off. Dropped me off the next day. I didn't talk to him for a couple of days, but then my aunt was planning me a sweet 16. Yes. My aunt was planning me a sweet 16. Okay, back up, Troy, because that's you didn't tell her then. I'm gonna tell you when I told her. My aunt was planning me a sweet 16, and my mom started to get my lip pierced while I was down there. And so I told him, I called him, I said, hey, my birthday is this day. My aunt's having me a party. I really want you to be there, and I want you to bring my stepmom. I'm not upset no more. Yes, I'm not upset no more. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'll be there. Don't worry. I'm how you give this and this and that. Telling me all these stuff, right? All these stuff. Birthday come around. Everybody there. We having a good time. I've been looking for my father. Father, where are you? Where you at? Your father don't show up to my birthday party. Okay? Now I'm pissed off again. Okay? Not only was my father not at my birthday party, girl, now he went and got married on my birthday. Now, I don't know if it was the day of my birthday or a couple of days after my birthday, but he said the reason why he couldn't come to my birthday party is because he was getting married that day. So, one, your child is in the same state as you. You haven't seen me since I was 2 or maybe 7. I don't know. We've been back and forth to Georgia. I think the last time I seen him, I was like 6 or 7. When the last time we went to Georgia, I think it was 6 or 7. So you haven't seen me since I was 6 or 7. You pick me up, you stole my money, then you drop me off to somebody's house. Then you don't show up to my birthday party that you say you're going to drop me off to my birthday party. And then you get married on my birthday? Okay. Okay. So then, of course, my stepmom didn't know none of this stuff was going on because he be lying to her. Okay? Like, I've never seen somebody lie, y'all. Like, this man lies so much. Okay? Lies so much. Still, what do? Try to give him chance after chance after chance after chance. Now, he claims, this is what he told me. you know, after we, you know, we talked about everything, and I'm at the point now, I don't even have tears no more because I'm so angry. And I'm not angry, Sharvon. Sharvon, you're not angry. Don't say you're angry because you're not angry. I am disappointed because I'm not angry. I don't have no feelings like no more. I don't have no feelings for this man. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I still have, okay, I'm lying again. Because, okay, tell the truth, like the therapist say, tell the truth. Right now, I don't have, like, I don't care either way. I'm gonna put it that way. I don't care either way. But sometimes I still have hope that one day he'll get his stuff together and we'll have a relationship, right? But knowing how he is, I know that's never gonna happen, right? So I don't have hopes that we're gonna have a great relationship or he's gonna get his stuff together. I dislike this man so much, and it's not funny, Sharvon, because that's messed up. It's messed up, but I'm petty, right? So when I was getting married, before I had got married, I tried again to have a relationship with him, right? Now, we were going on a good streak. It was like 4 months. Now I'm older. We're going to fast forward to when I'm older, okay? And, well, what? Yeah, we're going to fast forward to when I was, I think 17. When I went to, was I 17 or was I? Yeah, I was 17 when I was at my uncle's house, who, my dad's brother. And my aunt there, I was talking to my dad for a couple months, like consistent. Like we're talking for consistent, like 3 months, okay? And he knew I was coming. He knew I was gonna be at my uncle's house. He told me all these things. We was on a good streak. When I say good streak, like we was on a good streak. We done made up. We done talked or whatever, and it just was what it was. My aunt had to threaten him. Like it was the day I was leaving. I was there for 2 weeks. The day I was leaving, she called him and she told him, if you do not get your tail over here, your daughter's here sitting crying. You knew she was coming. We planned for this to come, for you to be able to see her and all of this. And if you not here, her plane leaves at such and such time. If you don't get here, the next time you pull up in my yard, the next time he pull up in her yard, he gonna have to see about her. And it took her to call to threaten him for him to pull up. Okay, literally I only had an hour with him. Okay, I was so irritated, so pissed off. Then fast forward to when I was an adult. Now I'm an adult. I got my own place, and I'm still coming to Georgia seeing my uncle. And he ended up picking me up from the airport. Okay, I was shocked that he actually came through and picked me up from the airport. But what I did was I called my stepmom and I told her I was coming, and I told her, because she would be very consistent and trying to better our relationship, you know what I'm saying? And my older sister, like, she pays her at all that he is the way he is. Well, at least that's how she expresses to us. She's gonna be, and she don't, what's the name? I am at the point now where I'm at the where it's like I don't care, you know what I mean? But it took me to, I'm like, what? It took me till I got married when I was 28 because I didn't invite him out to my wedding. Y'all, I was so petty. I called my stepmom and I said, I'm getting married. I would love it for you to be here. But he is not invited. Now, I know that you are not going to come if he does not come. And I understand that because you got to stick with your man. Okay? Because I know. But I'm just letting you know that you are invited, but he is not. Okay? I invited my uncle. My stepdad walked me down the aisle. And yeah. So, yeah. And so, like, now, like, as an adult, I just, like, when I go down there, like, this last time I went down there, recently I went down there, when I went to go help my uncle with some things or whatever. He didn't come see me, but he did send me some money in my Cash App. Thank you for the blessing. If you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate the blessing that you sent me. But I would have preferred your time. But it's okay. You know, I know you got things that you're dealing with going on or whatever. But for me, it's never been about money, right? I'm the type of person, gifts and things are appreciated, but my love language is quality time. My love language is you draw me a picture or something like that, or me doing like something meaningful with you. Material things, money, all of that. I mean, I need some money, and I'm gonna have some money because I'm rich. I identify as rich. I'm just waiting for my check to come in the mail. But my love language is like doing things. It's not about money or what you can buy me or whatever. Like, he would just be like, oh, I can send you money, this and this and that. I mean, that's all cool and dandy. And a couple of times when I needed money and I actually called you and say, hey, I need some of this and you can't do this or whatever. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just know the person he is, and it's just like, I don't have no more tears to cry. You know what I mean? I wish him well. You know what I'm saying? God forbid something happened to him. I don't think I would cry. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of sad too. Like, because it's like, this your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sad. And I think it just sucks because technically I had 3 father figures. My biological father, my stepdad, and my uncle. And it really sucks that I don't have great relationships with any of them. You know what I mean? And like with my stepdad, like, I appreciate, you know, I love my stepdad, you know what I mean? But at the same time, our relationship is not, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great, you know what I mean? And it just sucks. Like, I feel like when I was younger, we had a very good relationship or whatever. I think a lot has to do with, you know, him drinking or whatever. That affected like everything, you know what I mean? And then like when my mom died, we got like into like a big fight, you know, but like we still, like, if I see my stepdad, like, it's like if I see him outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if like I don't like call him and he don't call me, you know? So it's not like it's not like, and I don't even know why I'm about to cry. It's like I have all these people, like all these father figures, that it's like I do yearn for these relationships, and I do want to have good relationships, you know what I mean, with, like, I always want, like I keep saying, like, I always wanted to be like a daddy's little girl or whatever, but I always like want to have like father dollar dinners and father dollar dates or lunches or whatever, you know what I mean? And more recently, like, me and my uncle, we like don't talk no more, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's like, dang, like the one other person that I had as a father figure showed me his true colors when I'm an adult, you know what I'm saying? And everything that my uncle showed me when I was a younger, you know what I mean, was not the real him. And more recently, like, he showed me who his true colors were, and a situation happened, and I just felt so bad because even like my cousins, you know, they were like, we thought he changed for you, like we thought he treated you like you were his own, so we just thought you were the piece that changed him. And like, I just kept telling them, like, I don't see, like, I didn't know what they were, you know, it didn't make, like, he had to show me the things that he showed me, like, for me to actually like believe it. And I was just like in disbelief, because it's just like, who is this person, you know? And then it felt bad because my cousin was saying like they didn't want my heart to be broken, you know. They didn't want to tell me like to watch out for things, because they already knew how it was with my real dad or whatever. And they just, you know, they were like, we just thought that you were the piece that he was missing or whatever. And my cousin was like, Dad treated you better than he treated us. And I'm just like, that made me feel bad, because it's just like, I'm thinking everything that he's showing me, everything. And it wasn't like, with him, it wasn't like a money thing. Like, I didn't ask him for money. Like, he gave me money here and there, but he gave me like time, and he gave me like speeches, and he gave me like conversations, and just like everything that he gave me and everything that he told me wasn't the person that he really was, right? And it's not that maybe he really, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. But we are no longer talking, and that breaks my heart still. Like, I am better, you know what I mean? I'm healing or whatever, because some people are not meant to go with you for the rest of your seasons, right? And I'm trying to be okay with that. But that really hurts my feelings, you know what I mean? And like, as far as my stepdad goes, when we see them, like, I'll see him on the street, I'm like, hey, or whatever, or like I'll send like a text, or, you know, like, hey, hope everything's okay, or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's not like it could be, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of everything too has to do with like everything, like with my mom, and like after she passed, and things like before she passed. And I don't know, we never really had like a conversation or whatever. It's just like, we, after like certain situations, we just like kind of moved on or whatever, but we never like talked about it. So yeah, like, but like my stepdad, he was, you know, in the home or whatever, but it's like, again, like the drinking like took a toll on like everybody, you know what I mean? But like now, I'm like, maybe I can talk to him now, maybe, because like now he's not drinking and stuff. So I mean, like, he's a great person, you know. I don't know. I don't know. It just sucks. Like, everybody, like, I don't know. I just wish, I wish that I had like a consistent like father figure or whatever. I wish the things would be different with my dad. I wish things were better with my stepdad. I wish the things that happened with my uncle didn't happen, but, you know, everything is not cough drops, or not cough drops, what do you call it? Everything's not like sugar cookies and rainbows, you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. I don't know, y'all. I mean, like, all I can do is just pray, you know. All I can do is pray and hope everything will like turn around, you know, because eventually when I have kids, like, I want that's bad enough that my kid's not gonna have a grandma, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, these people are like breathing and living, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's still something I'm healing with therapy, and still a thing that I'm working on or whatever. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I can try to talk to my stepdad and see, like, for us, because me and him have a lot of healing to do, especially like a lot of things were said on both ends, like especially me, because me, like, okay, for real, y'all, like I said this in my last video, my last podcast, when people hurt me, my mouth is reckless. Like, my mouth is reckless, and I know I said a lot of things that I should have not said or whatever, but and he said some things that he shouldn't have said. On both ends, with my stepdad, with my dad, you know, with my uncle. That's just me. I just think that's just a lost cause. And I don't know if it's just because it's just so fresh. Like with my dad and my uncle, I don't see the relationship getting repaired. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I can talk with my stepdad or whatever and just see how we can move forward. You know what I mean? That I know that I can see on my end that relationship starting a healing journey. But with my uncle and my dad, I just feel like I when I was telling my grandma, I was like, I feel like it's only gonna be if they need something. You know what I mean? It's not like, but even like with my stepdad, I feel like sometimes like in a certain situation just happened, and you know, I helped him with a certain situation, and you know, I helped him do these things, and then after, like, we were talking, and I was just excited to, you know, I was worried, you know, but I made sure like everything was okay. But then, like, when everything was okay, it was like my phone was dry again. And I think that's like not even with just like them. I think that's like with a lot of people. It's like since I'm the fixer of things or whatever, and like I said, I'm not doing that this year. I'm working on me. But for a lot of things, we're just like a lot of different people as well. Once I fix something or once their problem is solved, it's like my phone is dry, you know. And I understand we're all adults and life be lifing, but call me when you don't need nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I try to call people or whatever and just checking in or whatever, but I know, you know, life be lifing. So I try not to hold that against people. But y'all, I don't know. So I guess y'all just pray for me and what's the name? But I know my daddy issues has had me in a chokehold for a long time. And to me, now that I'm in like therapy and trauma therapy at that, y'all, I'm in regular therapy and trauma therapy, babe. Like, this shit is real. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that I don't have hope that any of your relationships will be prepared right, but I hope soon I can have the closure that I need. You know what I mean? And closure as in like not being bitter or not just like being able to just be like, okay, whatever. Because even though I'm saying I don't care, I care. You know what I mean? And like some people some people can just be like, my husband, like nothing face him. Like it be like he can cut people off and just be done and don't what's name. And I just be like, how do you do that, bro? Like teach me how to be that way. But I can't be that way. Like, I've tried to be that way, and it's just like it makes me even like sicker to like try to be the evil person or try to be like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to this person or whatever, you know. But it's like it'd be like I'd be itching to you know, not talk to these people. But I don't know, y'all, it's a work in progress. Okay, that's all. But that's it, y'all. That's the tea, the real key. I'm just telling y'all my business. I hope this help y'all. Well, I know it's helped y'all because y'all been reaching out, whatever, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Again, like, this is not me bashing nobody. It's just telling my experiences, you know, and in the hopes of healing and being able to do what we do. So, y'all, I appreciate it. I'm about to get out of here because I ain't going to hold y'all, baby. I ain't going to hold y'all. Y'all probably got to go dinner for the babies. Y'all got to go do something, baby. I don't know. You know, tomorrow's Monday, so, hey. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. If you guys have topics, or if you guys want to come on the podcast, you want to have a conversation, or you want to get something off your chest, my platform is not just for me. It is open to everyone who wants to have a conversation. I do have a podcast episode coming up that it's going to be a virtual. I'm just trying to figure out how, because this person is in another state, so I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I'm thinking we're going to do it on like Zoom, and I like record it or whatever. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're trying to figure it out now, and I'm doing some research. Research, because someone wants to come on the podcast and they are in a different state, or maybe I can just get there one day. You never know, girl. Your girl working now, so you never know. But the podcast is open to everybody. So if you have a topic you want to talk about, you guys can hit me up on one of my social medias at charvonrenee, or you can email me at charvonrenee@gmail.com. Okay. I am out of here, you guys. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful week. Oh, is this the first? This is the first episode of New Year. So hey, Happy New Year. Hey. All right, guys. Bye.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me,